Also, on the rainy, wet Saturday, a hearty group came out to support Voices Against Violence and their walk to break the silence. This was their 4th annual 5K walk to raise funds for this important organization that helps victims and survivors of domestic abuse. Voices brought their clothesline, a visual display with each shirt representing a specific woman's story. The local drumming circle played an uplifting beat to get the people ready, and moving stories by a survivor and her journey reminded folks with cold toes why they walked to support this important Metro West organization.
We had a wonderful turnout. We had wonderful speakers. It's always so heartening for us to see that the community comes out and supports the work that we do and supports victims and survivors. So it has been a wonderful day, and we were so honored to have Frances, a survivor speaker that we've been working with, who was just incredibly eloquent in talking about her experience and what it's like to find her voice again.
My name is Frances, and I'm a survivor. But today my focus is not on the abuser. My focus is on what has happened in my life for me to stand here. I am confident and I'm optimistic that I have greater things ahead of me. And because of people like you, I am where I am today.
I first got involved with Voices because my younger sister was a victim of domestic violence, and we lost her in March of 2013. And I think the Voices Against Violence and the walk to break the silence are critically important, because silence is part of the issue that creates atmosphere where abuses are allowed to continue. The only person that benefits from not talking about the issue is the abuser. So I think it's critically important for us to start talking about the issue. And my sister was, like most women who were abused, ashamed and afraid to talk. And if she were here right now, she'd be furious at me for telling her story. But I would give anything to have her here to be mad at me.
I work for Congresswoman Catherine Clark, and this is a commitment to eradicate domestic violence that she has that stems top down from the office that we emulate, and we're interested in kind of being as helpful as we can in the community to resolve this issue. So earlier this year, she introduced the Pets and Women's Safety Act, the PAWS Act, and this bill addresses the need for victims to take their pets from shelters. Currently, only about 5% of domestic violence shelters have the resources to house pets, and it's a big need because it's one of the reasons that victims stay. So this bill works to address that.
It was very important to me to have the opportunity to give back to Voices, who were instrumental and a lifeline to my family when we experienced an issue with domestic violence. So I felt like I was paying back what they had done, and it was an honor to work with these people who do this every day.
I am very impressed with Voices Against Violence and the work they do and the context they make throughout all the communities in Metro West. And in my personal letters to people asking for support and donations, that's exactly what I stressed, that Voices Against Violence is the resource, is the organization that provides the much-needed services for people who otherwise would have nowhere to go.
I think that Voices Against Violence has been a great force here locally to raise awareness with the issue of domestic violence, and really just supporting and helping people deal with this issue and being comfortable to come forward with this issue.
Voices Against Violence does the work that saves lives and prevents the issue from happening to begin with.